Hello and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're going to peek into the future, into that exciting stage of life asterisk after asterisk. You've built your wealth. Most of us are busy saving, investing, and planning for financial freedom right now. But what happens once you get there? When you've built your nest egg and you're ready to start living off of it. This phase isn't about growing your assets anymore. It's about making the most of them to live a safe, comfortable, and fulfilling life. And for many people, that might mean living outside their home country, whether it's for lower costs, better weather, or just a new adventure. More and more retirees and financially free individuals are moving abroad. So, in this video, we're diving into the 7 countries that currently offer the best mix of affordability, safety, and quality of life for living abroad in retirement. We'll analyze them based on real data, covering everything from living costs and healthcare to safety, climate, and overall happiness. Before we jump into the list, let me explain how we chose these countries. We use data from Numbeo, a massive crowdsourced database where residents and expats from all over the world share information about costs and quality of life. We also brought in the World Happiness Index, which measures how satisfied people are in different countries. We focused on 5 key factors. First, the cost of living, compared to a major European economy like Germany. A score of 100% means the cost is equal. Below 100% is cheaper, and above 100% is more expensive. Second, healthcare quality, including medical staff, facilities, and costs. Here, over 100% is better, and under 100% is not as good. Third, safety, how safe people feel and the crime rates. Fourth, climate. We looked for mild temperatures and low extremes. And fifth, the happiness index, which tells us how content people are on average. We also added a practical factor, the distance from your home country, because being close to family and friends is important for many of us. Before crunching the numbers, we asked our community what countries come to mind for an affordable life abroad. The most common answers were Albania, Bulgaria, Thailand, Turkey, Tunisia, and Cyprus. All of these have significantly lower living costs. For example, in Turkey, the average cost of living is just 41% of what it is in Germany. That means your pension or investment income could have more than double the purchasing power. So, how do these popular choices stack up in other areas? Well, healthcare is a bit weaker in most of them, with one big exception. Thailand actually scores higher than Germany in healthcare quality. In terms of safety, Turkey, Bulgaria, Cyprus, and Thailand are roughly on the same level as Germany. The climate is generally warmer and milder, though Thailand's high humidity might not be for everyone. The one area where they all fall short is the happiness index, where they score below Germany's level. To get a clearer picture, we expanded our analysis to 95 countries and applied some stricter filters. We only considered countries with a cost of living below 100%, healthcare quality of at least 90%, and a safety level of at least 80% compared to our benchmark. After applying these filters, a few countries really stood out: Turkey, India, China, Portugal, Spain, especially Mallorca and Gran Canaria, and Thailand. Some South American countries like Colombia and Argentina were strong contenders on cost, but we had to exclude them due to lower safety scores. So, based on our data and without considering distance, here are the top 7 countries. Coming in at number 1 is Turkey, followed by India, then China. At number 4 is Gran Canaria in Spain, then Portugal, Mallorca in Spain, and finally Thailand. This ranking is based on average values across our 5 criteria. If you're purely focused on cost efficiency and getting the best quality of life for your money, this list is a fantastic starting point. But what happens when we factor in the distance from home? For many, being just a short flight away from family is a huge plus. When we add this to the mix, the ranking shifts a bit. Thailand, being quite far, drops out of the top 7, and a new contender takes its place: Czechia. So the updated list looks like this. Turkey still holds the top spot. Then we have India, Spain combining Mallorca and Gran Canaria, Portugal, China, Czechia, and Cyprus. Czechia performs really well here thanks to its proximity to Central Europe. Solid healthcare and a happiness index that's even slightly above Germany's. Now, let's take a closer look at our top 3. First up, Turkey. With around 85 million people, its population is similar in size to Germany's. The capital is Ankara, but Istanbul is the real economic and cultural heart. The cost of living here is incredibly low, at about 41% of Germany's. A 3-course meal for 2 might cost you around €25. A monthly public transport pass is about €15, and a 3-bedroom apartment in a beautiful coastal city like Antalya or Alanya can be found for between €700 and €900 a month. For comparison, in Berlin, that same apartment would be over €2,400, and a similar dinner would be closer to 60. Plus, the Turkish lira's weakness against currencies like the euro or dollar gives you even more purchasing power. Next, we have Spain, specifically the islands of Mallorca and Gran Canaria. Spain is already a super popular destination for retirees and expats, and for good reason. It has a high quality of life and great infrastructure. The average cost of living is about 76% of Germany's, with Gran Canaria being slightly cheaper at 73% and Mallorca a bit more expensive at 84%. A 3-course meal for 2 is about €50, and a transport pass is around €35 to €40. A 3-bedroom apartment will set you back between 1,200 and 1,800 euros, depending on the location. The warm climate, proximity to the rest of Europe, and reliable healthcare system make Spain especially attractive. And since it's in the EU, it simplifies all the bureaucracy around insurance and healthcare for other European citizens. Finally, let's talk about India. This might seem like an unusual pick, but the cost advantage is just remarkable. With 1.4 billion people, it's the world's most populous country and incredibly diverse. The cost of living is only about 35% of Germany's. A nice dinner for two is around €12. A monthly transport pass is about €8, and a three-bedroom apartment in a modern city like Bangalore or Pune costs just €300 to €500 a month. You can find everything from tropical beaches to cool mountain regions. Places like Pune and Bangalore are very popular with expats for their modern lifestyle and mild climate. Of course, India has its challenges: traffic, bureaucracy, maybe the occasional power cut, but the hospitality, affordability, and cultural richness make it a fascinating option. So, what's the takeaway here? If you're looking purely at cost efficiency, Turkey and India are clear winners. If you value proximity to home, EU membership, and stability, then Spain or Portugal might be a better fit. Ultimately, this ranking isn't a definitive answer. Everyone values different things. Your ideal country depends on what matters most to you: climate, culture, language, or family ties. What's really important is that you start planning for this phase of your life early, just like you're planning your wealth accumulation today. So, what about you? In which country could you imagine spending your time after reaching financial freedom? Share your thoughts in the comments below. And if you're new here, be sure to subscribe for more videos on investing, financial independence, and smart money management. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.